Hello folks. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick some of these eyes and gills, you see them? There's the one for the perchy. I'm going to be sticking them on a couple of these. Okay, I've got these to do, but I shall just show a couple. Firstly, I need to get a few things. Right, I need a bit of cardboard. That's what I'm going to mix the epoxy on. I need the epoxy, just this bond together 5-minute epoxy, and cocktail stick to stir it with. Right, so get my first fly, lay it out there. Get the epoxy. Always good to have a bit of kitchen roll handy when you're dealing with epoxy. Right. And now I shall squirt some epoxy on here. Enough to do 2 flies. That should be enough. Put that away. Now it's 5-minute epoxy, so basically I've got 5 minutes to stir it, put the eyes on, position them, and make sure they're all looking good. So give it a quick stir. There we go. Right. This one is going to, hook sharp, which is good. Right. I'm going to put that one on first, so get some epoxy on the cocktail stick. Daub it on there. Sure there's plenty up. Try not to get it on your fingers. You do. And then turn it over and straight down. You don't have to be doing a great deal of positioning once you're on. So once that's on, finger wipe. The next one, going to be a nice green gill. It's a sequin. And an orange, no it's not, and a golden black eye. It's quite hard to talk while you're doing, sometimes. There we go. So nicely, and then boink, on it goes. Don't push it down too hard. You don't want the epoxy splaying out, you want it to soak in. Then once you've done that, turn them over. Get the other one, the other eye and gill ready. Hold it together like that. Not squeezing it out too hard or you don't want it coming apart. And then put some more on there. Like so. Straight onto that side. Before you can see what I've done. Like so. Then get my perchy, turn that over, and now get this one, get the last of the epoxy. I always seem to have a bit left over. Put it on there. There we go, and then plonk it on there. I say plonk it, you don't really plonk it. You put it carefully, of course. Right, now I've done that, this is going to go off soon. It's going to, when I say go off, it's going to cure. It doesn't dry, it cures. So you need to make sure both eyes are level, if possible. Make sure they're level and gently squeeze together. Now I don't want to put a clamp on it, I don't, because it might squirt the epoxy out. I don't want that to happen because it's horrible stuff, is epoxy. Once it gets onto hair, you can't wipe it off. You don't want to ruin a fly, or a jigfly in this case. So, done that one. Now check that. As you can see, the eye is starting to come away a bit, so you want to keep gently pressing it on. Make sure it's level with the other one. And so that when it cures, you want it like that, if possible. So you can tell when it starts to cure, when that time arrives, because it gets hot. Feel the temperature, and it's starting to get a bit warm now. Go back to the other one. It's started to come away, pull away, so push that back on. This one is getting hot. Push it together. That's looking good. Keep checking, make sure they're level. Go back to this one. It starts to come away a little bit quick before it cures. Get it pushed on. I don't want them drying, sort of sticking out. I want them to be quite flat, and so that the epoxy is sunk right into in amongst all the fibres, and it keeps it strong. I think that's nearly done. Let's check this one. Yeah, that's looking good. Another little squeeze. Yeah, they can feel that's solid now, and that's on. It would take a lot to pull that off. And the next stage, which is putting epoxy over the eyes and over the whippings to protect the whippings from the teeth, that will make it even stronger. So there's 2 done. Okay, cheers.